Alright, how's it going everybody? My name's Gabe and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be taking a look at my E3 predictions for 2016. So let's go ahead and jump right into that. So first things first, right off the bat guys, this E3 has gotten me pumped more than other E3s. And I'm not just saying that to jump onto the bandwagon like many other people do every time E3 rolls around. With E3 so close, it's literally around the corner. I honestly feel like this is going to be the best E3, and this has to do with the fact that, if you guys remember, last E3, a lot of the games that got announced, they actually ended up getting pushed back, and now that they're finally, releasing now, that means that a lot of developers are moving on to new projects, which that gets me excited because there's definitely going to be a lot of teasers and trailers that are going to be shown at this particular E3 that are going to be announcing a lot of new games that potentially could actually come out this year. One developer in particular that I want to see at this E3 is Naughty Dog. Now, granted, they did just release they did just release Uncharted 4, but I definitely feel like similar to what they did when Uncharted 3 and The Last of Us was in development, they probably split off into two different groups, and one small group is working on stuff for The Last of Us, and one group is working on stuff for Uncharted 4. I definitely feel like The Last of Us is going to be the next game that they announce again. So yes, I definitely feel like The Last of Us 2, sorry about that, The Last of Us 2 is going to be the game that is going to be announced next. But if not, I feel like it's going to be a new IP, and I don't think that it's going to be something that is very familiar to people that like Naughty Dog's games. I feel like it's going to be something very different than what they've done previously. It's going to be probably, I feel like it's still going to stick in that third person, action adventure type of genre, but it's going to be a whole new setting, maybe even in space, as there has been some rumors that Naughty Dog's next game could be in space, especially since they were tweeting a while back about how they were going to different space related places. I can't remember exactly where they went, but a while back they were looking into space a lot, so that caught a lot of people's attention, obviously. Anyways, the next thing I want to go ahead and talk about is Crash Bandicoot. Now, since the dawn of the PlayStation 4, when it first arrived on scene, people wanted Crash Bandicoot. I personally don't really care if Crash Bandicoot returns or not. I did enjoy the games when they were out, but they never really were that close to me as a lot of people that are very avid about this game. I honestly feel like, if anything, what is going to be shown for Crash Bandicoot is either a complete new reboot, so they're going to do something similar to what they did with Ratchet and Clank, or you're going to be getting some type of HD collection, which that's still cool, but I would much rather prefer, if they do something with Crash Bandicoot, it's going to be something like what Insomniac did for Ratchet and Clank. Next up, guys, I'll be totally honest with you, as for the Microsoft related content for this video, I will not be talking too much about Microsoft, and that is just due to the fact I'm not really that excited for the conference. I know it might make me look like a fanboy, but I just have to be totally honest with you guys. I just haven't been that excited for that many of Microsoft announcements. The only game that I'm really looking forward to coming out from Microsoft is the next Gears of War game. That definitely looks very interesting, and that's probably one of the games I'm most excited for coming out on the Xbox One. But at the same time, the reason why I'm not as excited as I usually would be for Xbox is because, to be totally honest with you guys, I am kind of saving up to buy a gaming PC. So at this point, I find it kind of pointless to have an Xbox One, especially since so many of the games that are coming out on Xbox are coming straight to PC. For example, Quantum Break, Forza, those are both games that are very big. Forza, at least, is a very big game on the Xbox One, and for it to be coming out on the PC, that says some stuff about how Microsoft treats their exclusives. And I feel, honestly, what's the point of me owning a machine if the games itself are going to be coming out on another platform? That is kind of one of the reasons why you buy a console, is because the exclusives. A lot of people say, no, you just buy them for the multiplats. No, the reason why I tend to buy the PlayStation console first is because PlayStation by now has already proven to me that they have very solid exclusives, and that's why I always end up buying the PlayStation consoles first. So yeah, guys, that's all I'm going to go ahead and say. I'm very excited for this E3, and who knows, maybe my mindset for how I'm looking at the Xbox conference will change after I watch it. I will be watching the PlayStation and Xbox conference. I will not be watching the Nintendo conference just because I personally don't own really any Nintendo products except for a 3DS, so there's not really much for me to say about Nintendo. But with that said, guys, I hope you found this video informative. As always, comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in another. Alright, peace, guys.